What's up everybody and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at this 2023 GMC Sierra 1500. It's a Denali Ultimate, finished off in Pacific Blue Metallic, and has an MSRP around $83,000. So we're going to take a full POV look at what this truck is going to have to offer. Underneath the hood, you're going to find a 6.2 liter naturally aspirated 8-cylinder engine, pumping out 420 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque. It also has a 10-speed automatic transmission, sending the power to the rear wheels. However, we of course have a 4-wheel drive transfer case. Looking at the styling now, we have a really nice set of LED headlights. You can see the LED DRLs in them, and I like how it kind of cuts down to give us some nice sloping lines. We have this really good black chrome design all throughout the grille, with a dark color for the GMC logo and a forward-facing camera, and then a huge amount of openings to cool off this V8. You can see a body color bumper down below with all of your parking sensors, as well as some chrome trim and metal tow hooks. You also get LED lights down here and a nice functional vent to allow air to pass through this front bumper. You can see some really nice lines throughout the hood to give it a pretty modern and bold appearance. And then as you make our way to the side, this has a set of 22-inch wheels finished in a two-tone silver and chrome. We also get some plastic black around the fender flares, your ultimate 6.2 badge as well. And then I like how you can see chrome along the mirror caps, and then you can see your chrome door handles, and then a power set of running boards with chrome trim. You also get a nice Denali badge, a really clean line down below, and then a more sharp line up above, cutting through the doors as well as the bedside. Being the full crew cab as well as a shorter bed, has really good proportions all around. I think overall it looks like a really nice truck. And one of my favorite features with these power running boards, you just tap the button on the back with your foot. You can see them automatically pop out to give you a really good step to enter into the bed. So it really makes it nice and useful. And then of course just kick the button again and they're gonna fold back away. As you make our way in back, you can see the same wheel and tire and everything. And then we get a nice set of LED taillights all integrated into the bodywork. We can also see the multi-pro tailgate, all of your buttons up on top with a camera and LED light, your GMC name as well as Denali and then Sierra, and then another body colored rear bumper. You get a nice integrated step on the side as well as integrated exhaust tips, all of your trailer hitch connections as well. And then my favorite feature is just how this tailgate works. Pressing the upper button, we can pull this down. If you're going to use this as a work truck, this can basically be a good workbench. It's kind of arm tight, really good access to into the bed. And then you can pull the bed extender up and really extend how much use you can do with this. From here, we can close this all up, press your normal button, it'll just open like a traditional tailgate now. We do get a carbon fiber composite bed, and it has so much volume. You can see just how far it goes inside, which matches up to the outer area. So a lot of good use. There's a lot of different areas for tie downs, and then you can pull this bed extender up once again, and now you can have a really good area to just have things in the bed and not fly out. From here, you can grab the higher button now, pressing that once again, and we have an integrated step, and we also have a kicker audio system with Bluetooth connectivity. Super easy, and it sounds really good connected to your phone. But you now have a really fantastic step to enter and exit the bed. I think this is the best tailgate in the industry by far. And if you go ahead and just close this one up, it gives you better access to reach things in the bed now that you can be a little bit closer. So really cool way everything's laid out. You even have a grab handle as well. You can easily lift it up and close it, leave the bed however you'd like it. But overall, that is a super usable tailgate and bed design. So from here, let's check out the interior. So of course, the side steps are going to automatically pop out. We get an Alpine Umber leather interior for this particular spec. You see the brown and black leather. You get all smooth black leather along the top. A nice dark wood trim with more of this brown. You can see memory seating and lock and unlock. Then all of your window controls, mirror controls, and then a good padded armrest with more of this dark leather. And I love this texture to it. It has a really, really good look. Bose audio system, as well as the Ultimate badge, and then all sorts of power controls on the left side of the seat. And moving to the seats themselves, you can see the black leather with all the brown, and I love the larger exposed stitching, all the perforations with white stitching, all the piping, and you get more of that cool texture as well. Really can't complain with just how clean this interior looks. Black steering wheel with leather even on this grab handle. So if I hop in now, put my foot on the brake, you will get a really cool animation popping up. So we'll go ahead and let that play. Kind of shows the different geography, which is pretty neat. So now firing it up, all the screens are going to turn on. So looking at this LCD display, you can see right here, if I change this, you have a lot of different ways you can view everything. So it can kind of change how you'd like it to see. You have the classic view, which is a pretty cool design, and you can clean it up a little bit. You're also able to adjust how everything is laid out and what you want to see throughout your gauges. From here, you can see your phone integration, all of your navigation, different audio, and then information within the vehicle. So you can monitor trip information, fuel information, of course your speed, and then even more items like that. If we take a look at the steering wheel now, we have controls on the left side for cruise control. We have the distance pacing and heated steering wheel. You can see more controls on the right side. We do have paddle shifters as well, just to adjust the transmission as needed. And then we have your turn signal stalk on the left with all the windshield wiper controls. To the left of all that, you can see your telescoping and adjustments for the steering column, headlight controls down below, also with your bed lights, your interior lighting, and then all of your four-wheel drive controls. We have one of your air vents, and some nice black leather all along the dash with heads-up display. Really cool look all around, and I just love this wood trim accent and everything. You can also press that button. It'll open up the secondary glove box. Of course, we have your normal glove box down below, so you have a lot of extra storage space in here. And we have air vents up on top. And then moving to the infotainment screen, you can see climate settings will come up right on the screen. You can see just how easily everything's adjusted. On the right side, you can swipe this up and down, see a few more items that are going to come up, even with the navigation screen. We have controls on this far left. You can see your trailering. You can adjust what trailers you're going to have, different phone integrations as well, full screen navigation, all powered by Google. And then you can see we have a nice design for all of your audio, and then the home screen. On the home screen, you can also see Wi-Fi hotspot, things like that. You have a shortcut for your cameras, and you get a huge front view camera right now. You can toggle that from the back one. You can also see a top down for front and back, close up of your wheels, your trailer hitch, and then you can even go into the bed space. If we just exit out of here, down below that we have all your climate control settings, heated and ventilated seating, all of your different zones and fan speed. Then we have different toggles for lane keeping, engine start, stop, and tailgate. And you even get a button to automatically put down all four windows. You have some storage down below that with 2 USB ports, a lot more storage, and then your trailer settings. And then behind that, you can see your wireless phone charging, nice leather and perforated leather, and then all sorts of space in here. You can see just how much more storage you're gonna get. So it's a really nice design. Up on top of the headrest, you can see we have a full micro suede, kind of an Alcantara material. Of course, you have your manual sunshade, and then all those controls are up on top as well. And then we get your LCD screen that's connected to the camera for your rear view mirror. And then if I go ahead and just shut it off, let's check out the rear seat space. It's a full crew cab, so we have quite a lot of space in back. And then the door panel itself is finished off just like we saw up front. Now in back, you have a lot of different storage, all the same materials, can seat 3 people. Headrests themselves are gonna fold down for better driver visibility. You even get storage space back here. Really good touch, a lot of space in here. And then opening this up, get a little bit of storage and 2 cup holders with the armrest. You have storage behind the seats. You have different climate control vents, heated seats, cup holders, as well as USBs. And then we have a nice leather wrapped handle. You can also pull this seat up. We have even more hidden storage space all underneath the floor to really maximize space. And then just pulling this down, we can get that out of the way. So hopping in here, I am 5'11", and honestly, I have so much interior space. This is a nice place to be. I wouldn't mind if these reclined a little bit more. They're a little straight out for my taste. However, it's not that bad. And you have a lot of headroom, a really open, good armrest, pretty decent amenities. So definitely not a bad place. So with that said, let's go for a spin in the new Denali. All right guys, so we are setting off now in the 2023 Sierra 1500. This is a really solid truck. Hitting some big old train tracks. It just feels like a tank when you drive it. And being the Denali Ultimate, the fit and finish and the way this thing feels when you're inside of it, it just feels like something special, especially this interior. I mean, this is a beautiful place to be. Everything looks nice, everything you touch is nice, technology works fantastic, and of course it gives you all the luxuries that you would expect to have in an $80-something thousand truck. So it is a cool place to be. Visibility is fantastic like you would expect in a truck. You do have a huge hood. It's a big truck. You can feel the footprint. You know, the mirrors all do a great job, and I love the camera right here. It just does such a good job helping you see what's behind you. Visibility over your left and right shoulder, pretty much normal. You really don't have blind spots in pickup trucks. So it's an easy truck just to drive. The only downsides, of course, it's so big, so when you park it, you know, if you're not used to it, it might take you a little bit getting used to parking it. But it drives so incredibly smooth. We've had a few of these to test, and the suspension on them, it is just effortlessly gliding over the pavement. I mean, this really is a fantastic daily. This is a good family truck. Anything you need to do, you can do it in a truck like this. Even taking some sweeping turns, the steering is nice and responsive, and it just drives really, really well. The seats are also really comfortable, of course, with all the different settings and controls. You can tap all the buttons and really easily adjust it. I just tapped the massager button, so it's doing that as I'm just cruising in it. And honestly, it's a pleasant place to be, and I think you really can't go wrong with it. As far as the power from the 6.2, not too bad getting up to speed. We do have some drive modes, so if I go ahead and put it into the sport mode from the normal mode, transmission, a little bit more aggressive. And then of course you can use the paddle shifters if you want. You do have an off-road mode as well. It's not crazy fast, being just a normal V8. However, it gets up and goes with no issues, and you can drive it just like a normal truck as you would expect. So it's plenty peppy, really well balanced, and it's a pretty solid motor. I don't think people really have had issues with the 6.2. They seem like a pretty well balanced motor, and with the capabilities and everything, it's nice to just have a solid V8 rather than a turbo V6 or something. You can get a Duramax, which is a really cool option as well, but V8 really can't go wrong with it. And that's like half throttle. She gets up and moves for sure, especially for being a big truck. But this is one of those trucks that you can do the work in. You know, if you're a contractor or something and you need a nice luxury family vehicle, however you still are going to hit the job site, this can handle everything. You can do everything for work. However, you can still enjoy your time with your family in a truck like this. So I like how well-rounded it is. I love the user interface with everything that GM has done lately. It's a pleasant truck to drive, and you really can't complain.